Wow, I'm such a real podcaster with my mic like this.
Could the ugly, untalented gays please report to the principal's office?
Guess that's you guys.
Hey dumpster divers, today we are going to be doing another anti-doll anti-haul because it's been a minute. As most of you know, an anti-haul is kind of like a hyperbolic tongue-in-cheek way to kind of counteract the rampant consumerism that's thrown at us in a capitalist society and also in the doll collecting community because holy shit, we are getting pelted with plastic.
We are at the end of times, folks. It is hailing in Arizona.
The amount of stuff that's coming out is staggering and the prices are even more staggering. And everything is becoming more and more expensive. And that's why I find it really annoying when some of the collectors in the community are talking to us like we are poor broke bitches. Like, I don't even know like what they're trying to do, but basically it's along the lines of like, wow, a playline doll now costs like $30 to get any kind of fabric and articulation. And we're like, that seems like a jump in price and that seems like a lot. And then the corporate bootlickers like to come in and defend those choices. And no matter how much plastic dick sucking you do, Mattel is not going to send some rando PR. They're going to send PR to somebody who knows how to play ball. There are people with smaller followings than me that receive PR. I don't get PR because I am, well, a tactless bitch, or I tell the truth or whatever. Like, I don't know. It's your pick, pick a definition. But that is my point. Things are getting more expensive all around. And if people want to vent their frustrations about how even doll collecting, your money doesn't go as far as it used to, just like with anything else, like rent and gas, I don't think you can be one of those people that are like, yeah, rent and gas and food has got more expensive. Oh, but you're too poor and you're complaining about a doll. Like, the hypocrisy is lost on you. And it's giving out of touch rich white Christian girl vibes. Let's anti-haul some dolls. So the first thing I want to anti-haul, because I feel like this is ridiculous, are those $300 American Girl doll Disney princess dolls. Yes, they are pretty. Yes, they are name brand American Girl dolls. But $300 for an Etsy outfit and a Rapunzel doll who doesn't even have really accurate eyes. They're like this bluey gray. Maybe it's the lighting on the website, but Rapunzel has green eyes. I'm looking at them and the details are nice, but $300 is staggering in this economy, and that's probably the reason why they're not sold out or anything. Oh, just kidding. Rapunzel is sold out. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. You can still get Belle and you can still get Jasmine. And yeah, if they made an Ariel or a Tiana, would I consider it? Yes, but you guys know me. I have one American Girl doll at all, and it's Kaya, and I haven't bought her a single thing since I got her because woof. All right, so the next thing, I'm just anti-hauling this from like, it's just not hitting me right. Like, I'm not like one of those people that are like, oh, she's so problematic, like blah, blah, blah. MGA always partners with problematic people. This is nothing new, but anyway, it's these Kylie Jenner Bratz dolls. They're pretty and they're modern, and this is exactly what people were asking for because they were like, well, I want to see new Bratz, not just reproduction Bratz, and this is new Bratz, so there you go. Hope you're happy. She's pretty, she's well designed, and she's decently priced at $29.99. Barbie for sure isn't giving us anything with like full articulation, full fabric, like a good hairdo, accessories, etc. for $29.99. So that's always something to consider. MGA seems to have a better price point. Like, your dollars go a little farther with MGA than they do with Mattel. So that's always like in consideration. But then MGA is also hyper stylized. So if you're not into like those styles and blah, 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 because apparently Barbie's the default and anything that doesn't look like Barbie is sinful and wrong. But yeah, these just aren't to my personal taste. Like, the 24-inch doll, she looks kind of cool, but all the other Kylie dolls, like, they're fine. The Kylie minis are fine. I just, like, I can't just be buying stuff just to buy stuff, and if something is just fine, it can just stay on the shelf. So the Holiday Winter Edition Claudine doll came out like 5 seconds before that over-the-top Draculaura came out, and I don't know if that kind of like swayed me in any way, but like Claudine's not even my girl. Like everybody knows like Cleo and Abby are my girls. So she's not really jumping out to me. She's pretty and everything, but she is still giving me like, I don't think she has any more or less detail than the other dance dolls that just came out from Monster High. But of course, because it's Mattel and it's collector, she's at a higher price point than she should be. Like looking at her, she's pretty and she has the old body sculpt, face sculpt, but she's still just so incredibly playline. So I don't know, it doesn't matter, she sold out. And so maybe it's just because I'm confused. I don't understand the 35th anniversary Teresa doll. She's fine. She has like very much a playline looking face. Like the hair's overly curled, overly producted. She'll definitely need a boil wash. And then the dress, if it's an homage to something, which it's Mattel and it very much could be like the first Teresa that ever came out, like maybe it's kind of like an homage to her outfit or something, let me know, because like I just think she's very plain Jane, boring. She has that clutch that they always slap in. I don't know. She's just boring. That's all she is. And I'm sure she'll be like $60 for no reason. And she'll be hollowed out Model Muse articulation. Oh boy, yeah. Okay. So, you know, if you follow me on Instagram in between like the weeks and weeks I go in between uploading YouTube videos, you know that I'm very much like in a Disney headspace right now. And finally, 2 years later, a 17-inch Mirabelle special edition, limited edition Disney doll is coming out. You know, they're usually $150, and they usually come with like enough embellishment and accessories and fashion, etc. to justify the price point. But the Mirabelle we got looks like this. Like, she's gonna be 150, and she looks like a scaled up playline doll. Like, I know there's embroidery and everything, and apparently that costs $150 worth of whatever, and like she's fine. And you know, maybe I could like understand, like they weren't going for any kind of like glamour, extra embellishment, nothing like that. They were just going for like accuracy. And if they're going for accuracy, that's fine. But she very much reminds me of like, you know how sometimes at the parks they'll have like the boring, basic, more accurate 17-inch dolls, like the diamond anniversary Aurora or whatever, and then like that Ariel in the green dress. And those are usually around like, I think 60 or 75. So they're like half the price, but they're still 17-inch dolls, and they're very much like playliney. Kind of. It's like a weird little spot to put them in. And so that's just where I feel like this Mirabelle belongs. Like, if she's under $150, because like I haven't seen the price, I'm just assuming that she's going to cost as much as, where did I put her? My 17-inch live action Ariel back there, which was very basic for a 17-inch limited edition doll, and she was very much $150. So if she is that, I just don't see the point. And Mirabelle's not my girl. Obviously, Ariel, Tiana, Pocahontas, and Aurora are my girls. And super cunty Snow White over there, she's been killing it lately, so I'm really into that. Oh yeah, I posted this on Instagram. So it's the 3-pack of holiday Disney I Love You Forever dolls. Super cute. Love that one of them comes with a hearing aid. I love that one comes with like the demented Coraline looking boy. And then I love that it's the other girl who's usually like Minnie Mouse is in there too. And she's like, they're all super cute. $75 for 3 dolls from Disney with accessories, full fabric clothing, everything. Fantastic. All that aside, even with the inset eyes and everything, I'm just not into it. I don't know if it's just the Christmas theme I'm finding really cheesy or like what. Like, I love Disney I Love You Forever dolls. I haven't bought any since like the very, very first round, and I need to get more. But it's just not hitting me right, and they're cheaper in the parks than if you buy them online, which I don't know, kind of makes sense because like you have to ship them and everything and like hold them in storage, but at the parks they're just there and you can pick them up and take them home. So there's this exclusive Mattel, obviously, because the price is insane for the quality of fabrics. But there's these Harry Potter, Dumbledore, Voldemort dolls coming out. And they are... I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm not like a Harry Potter nerd. And I even grew up with like people who watched the movies and everything. And I got the Lego sets growing up just because they were cool Lego sets, not because I was a Harry Potter fan. But they are Mattel, so I'm sure they're going to be absolutely fucking ridiculous. Oh, they're commemorating the 100th anniversary of Warner Brothers Studios. And we all know how great Warner Brothers has been doing lately. Sans Barbie, because obviously Barbie's fucking killing it. So yeah, the Harry Potter, he is articulated, comes with a wand, a cape, pajamas, and glasses, and that means he is $65, which tracks for Mattel. But this time the Dumbledore, he actually has a like hair beard, not a plastic molded on beard. So there's that. And then Voldemort, I would pay that if he came anatomically correct. What? So earlier we were talking about the Draculaura vampire heart collector doll, and honestly it's just so nice to see that Draculaura is finally getting some much needed attention. Like, they never give her collector dolls, they never give her signature, nothing. Like, they never focus on Draculaura, and it just makes me really sad. So it's nice to see that for once they did, but only for $100. And like, she has a lot of detail and everything, but bitch doesn't even come with like a handbag. Like, the face is cute, and it's the old like skinny girl look, which people are really into, the Gen 1 body. But yeah, she has like stuff in her hair, she has like multi-tonal hair, and then these crazy little bangs that I think are supposed to kind of look like a heart. And then she has stockings and shoes, you know, like basic stuff dolls have, and then a giant plastic skirt. But if you're a Draculaura fan, which most people are, and if you're like a gothic girly one and you want to spend $100, I can see why she's worth it. It's just funny to me that like, once again, they do like this super fancy special edition Monster High doll. And of course it's Draculaura, not anybody else, but Dracky, you know, because she sells. It's safe marketing. I get it, like from a corporate standard, but I'm pretty sure she sold out. Like, obviously it's a Gen 1 body. They always do. So there is this Disney 8-pack coming out, and it comes with like a bunch of the girlies. Like, it comes with like Tinkerbell and Moana and Anna and Elsa and Jasmine, Snow White, Alice, and then some of their like animal companions in the show, except for Tinkerbell comes with like a wand and a bag of pixie dust, and Moana comes to the paddle, so that's her, you know, pet friend. And the only one I want out of that whole entire set is Pocahontas. So it's not worth like the $80 to me. Is that how much it costs? Oh, sorry. Did I say $80 for 8 dolls? No, I meant $125 for 8 playline dolls with basic 5 points of articulation, single piece fabric clothing held together with Velcro. Sorry, I misspoke. I don't need that. And we shouldn't have to buy like these huge packs with all these ancillary characters just to get the 5-point articulation and full fabric clothing that we used to get for like $10, $12 a doll. Like, am I missing something? Like, they're fine. And it's nice that we finally get a Pocahontas that isn't like from Mattel recently, that isn't like, you know, molded on plastic top. Like, that's great, but not for $125. Now, I could buy this off Amazon, take the Pocahontas out, and then return it, as I should, but you know, I would never do that. And yeah, it's the same with like that Disney Villains 3-pack, which I think is like $65, $75, something like that. It's way up there. It comes with like some cool bitches though. It comes with like Yzma, Cruella, and I think that's really cool and everything. But the price, like I said, it's so much for 5-point articulation playline dolls. And they look really good. They look very accurate. And that's never a question with me and Mattel. Mattel makes a really good face sculpt. But the price points they throw out, it's like, I swear to God, it's like they have those like nerd dice from Dungeons and Dragons, and they just throw them out, and whatever numbers land, they just add them up, and then that's the total for a doll. But we keep paying it, don't we? Another thing I'd like to anti-haul is like the Barbie movie dolls are just getting, I don't even know, like annoying. Is that the right word? They sell out so fast, then they'll restock, then they'll sell out, then they'll restock, and then nobody says when they're restocking nothing. They're barely showing up in person in shelves on stores. It's a movie. It's a global event. And Mattel has been in business for way too long, for way too many decades. The whole blaming COVID for like distribution, supply chain issues thing. You can't get away with that anymore. It's been 3 years. I want to know why their distribution is so bad and why nothing just ends up on the shelves. The only thing I've seen on the shelves are like the pink dress Barbie, the surfing Ken, one Gloria one time at a Barnes and Noble, and then that's it. Like, how are people supposed to get these dolls for this global phenomenon, this event, this Warner Bros, like one of their highest grossing movies ever? Like, what's going on? Like, Mattel is such like a janky ass fake company. I swear, like, they come across as like a regular corporation, but they're cycling out CEOs, they're punishing designers, they're making like some of the worst shareholder saving decisions ever. And then it just comes out to like this weird distribution system where they're flooding our shelves with like shitty molded on plastic top dolls that sit on the shelves, collect dust, and end up in like landfills. And like, remember like a couple years ago when they were doing that playline thing where they're like, oh, we took this plastic out of the ocean because it was mostly our own plastic. Like that kind of garbage. And then with these dolls, not only are they like way too expensive, they're like $50 each for dolls that should be $25 because there's plenty of $25 ones in there that come with the same amount of articulation, the same amount of clothing, the same amount of accessories, whatever. And then you still can't like get them on shelves, you lazy ass piece of shit company. I don't know what's going on. And maybe it's because I'm in anti-haul mode, so I'm like getting angry on purpose because I get mad before I make these videos so I can be a little more like bitey. It's just stupid. I don't know. More than anything, I think what would help me and my relationship with Mattel, which that's not a thing. You shouldn't have a relationship with a company that's fucking sick in the head. Like I said, bootlickers, don't be bootlicking no Mattel. It's weird. It's weirdo shit. I just wish I could understand some of the decisions. I wish they could explain why things happen the way they do. Where they're like, oh, well, we couldn't do this because it meant that if we did that, we couldn't afford like this other detail for a doll. Like, I wish they gave us more of like an inside scoop and everything. And I feel like that kind of transparency and that honesty would not only make like adult collectors shut the fuck up a little bit more because, we're the worst because we want our money to go somewhere. I don't know, when you're watching one of those like mini documentaries about a movie or something and the behind the scenes and they're like telling you everything, like Ariel when they were like, oh yeah, like shooting the underwater scene and everything, like all these layers we had to do. It was so complicated. Like we had to think of all these sea creatures that would move a certain way, and then it was layer on layer, and then we had to CGI Hallie's hair and stuff like that. Like that's really cool. That makes me think about stuff. So then when I see her hair being a little weird in like high HD CGI, I'm like, well, no, that makes sense because they had to CGI it for the scene. And then it makes me understand a little bit better, and then you'd get less critique and less complaints, but it doesn't matter because your pockets are filling up with money and your profit margins are higher than ever, and you're recording record profits more and more every year because you've cut back and scaled back so much. So yeah, I just don't think I am into the Barbie movie dolls anymore. They're exhausting and they're making me angry on camera. So you can see my face turning red. I'm just Ken. Okay, so this one I wanted to put on and just like clear the air because so many people sent me this and I think it's the funkiest looking little shit. It's this Fierce and Fun Ursula styling head. Listen, I understand I'm a big fan of The Little Mermaid and Ursula is one of the main characters in that movie. But does she not look weird? Does she not look funky? Like, I don't want to spend, like, where am I going to put that? That's so funky. I'm not into it. I appreciate everybody sending it to me because I did think it was funny, but I'm not gonna buy her. Like, come on. She's so kooky. I can't get into it. I'm only anti-hauling. I like have no animosity towards them. I think they're so fucking cute. I'm just not that girl, and I don't need to be collecting other stuff because little PSA, in between doll collecting, I've been getting really into Pokemon cards again, and they're fucking expensive. So I don't need another thing adding on to my collector expenses. But these My Little Pony celestial ponies, they are so fucking goddamn cute. Like, are you kidding me? Like with their little swirls and their little like fancy manes and their little princess butts, and just they're so cute. So any My Little Pony fan, I'm sure is gonna love them. They have like the older kind of face sculpt, like celebrating 40 years. Like those are so adorable, but they're not for me. But I could see My Little Pony fans being really into them. So yeah, like, is it Unicorn Toy Box? I'll link him below. We follow each other. We're mutuals. Like, we have a lot of fun. We don't really like DM or talk or anything, but I know they love My Little Pony stuff. And so I'm sure they already know about this, but like, you know, slay. Okay, so this one I'm kind of flip-flopping on because I haven't been like impressed, in love. I've been kind of bored with Rainbow High for a while now. But the Skylar set with the like sewing, and you can make the friendship dress, which I wouldn't, but the Dream and Design set with 300 plus pieces. Wait, no, ways to design. I was like, pieces, yeah. I think the price is decent for the amount of stuff you're getting. It comes with a shit ton of accessories. It's so cute. If you're like a little fashion designer girly, which I've been trying to be, and we'll see if that video ever sees the light of day because woof. I cannot sew like I thought I could, and I need to oil my machine because I haven't used it since COVID. Like, there's art supplies and drafting supplies and a table and little bolts of fabric, and it's just so fucking cute. And so I keep jumping back and forth because, like, I'm like, I don't want to buy it because there's like a doll in it I'm not going to use, but like I'd still use all the accessories. And it's Rainbow High. They flood the shelves, and I can wait till it goes on clearance because chances are it's not going to sell out. It might sell out its first round, but not all the way. But yeah, I just really want this set, and Skylar's always been super boring to me, but like, she looks pretty right here. She looks like Amaya right here. And I haven't watched the show for a minute because, as you guys know, making the Rainbow High is a show that exists. Episodes were really, really hard to do. So I just haven't watched it since because, you know, I'm kind of like being a little emo sad bitch about it. If you see her on my shelves like later on sometime and like with no explanation, you don't need to call me out for it, but we'll see. Oh yeah, so I saw this on like Instagram just earlier today, and it was the Flynn Rider Rapunzel Maximus doll set, which I feel like they've done like 50 of these since they got the license back already, where it's Rapunzel kind of articulated, like it can bend at the knee so she can sit on the horse. That's it. And then like, I feel like they've done a million of these, and her hair is like looking a little bit longer. So that's nice because she is Rapunzel, but it comes with a Flynn Rider who has molded on plastic legs. Like, why can't the male dolls just have pants and boots? Like, what's so hard about that? You could even do like that one piece jumpsuit thing where you print on the details, Mattel, you lazy fucking ass. Like, your fabric's made out of paper anyway. Like, why? Girl, just make the goddamn doll like a doll and not an action figure with a top on, you know? Oh yeah, and then this already came out and then sold out, which these fashion brand dolls always kind of do. They just drop super randomly and then like they're gone. And I think she was 65, I can't remember, but it's this Roots or Barbie X 50 Roots doll. I don't even know what 50 Roots is. And the only thing I like about her is like this Letterman's jacket that she came with. Like, that's super cute, obviously. And usually these fashion places, when they do that, they'll make like one accessory that's really good. Like, they made one with like a bag, and I remember when I got like that Canadian one a while back, and I liked her because of her coat. And like, the bag's kind of cute. Oh yeah, the bag is really cute. Dang it. Okay, I would have liked to have her, but she's just, you know, very, very basic for $65. But, you know, if you're a fan of 50 Roots, or you were lucky enough to get her, like, congratulations. I just anti-hauling her because I can't get her, I guess. I don't know. I'm talking myself into her. I'm not going to pay scalper prices for her, that's for sure, but, you know. Oh, yeah, okay. And then finally, we got a Monster High G3 doll that I'm just not really feeling. One, because I like Toralei. She's a mean girl. I like mean girls, blah, 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 like millennial, etc. I like mean girls. Toralei always has like super long hair. I wish she had shorter hair because I'm too afraid to cut it and style it myself. All that stuff. But I don't like this outfit. I'm not into it. And they keep doing these like 3D printed like ombre boots for all the girls in Monster High. And it's just like, do you have another move, G3 Monster High? Like, what's with all these weird like knee-high boots? I don't know. Like, it's stepping away from, like, a more gothy, like, spooky dooky to, like, cyberpunk rave almost. Like, it's not, which is fine. Like, that's not a bad aesthetic. It's just, like, inconsistent. If you're excited about the twins, they're coming back and everything, but I just never really got into them. But they look good. The twins look good. It's the Toralei I'm not really super duper into. So, yeah, just anti-hauling that. Just not really feeling it. But if people are feeling it, I get it. All right, dolls. Just kidding. I don't call you guys dolls on purpose for a reason. I call you dumpster divers because you're coming over to this dumpster fire looking for my trash ass content. So, you know, be the change you want to see in the world, I guess. I don't know. Is the lesson here. And thank you guys so much for coming to my anti-haul. I'm a little less angry now. My face is a little less red because I'm not ranting about corporate stupidness. And I will see you guys in my next episode where, if I'm not supposed to take a stop sign home, why are they free? Breathe, Jeffrey. It's okay. Mattel isn't real. It's 2004. The shelves are stocked with beautiful dolls again. And you're just breathing, enjoying, having fun, putting oxy on your acne-covered forehead, and shoplifting till your heart's content.